Yo, Cam Newton, man, I don't know what happened this last time, but I gotta tell you, I have seen video footage of youth at his camps talking to him reckless, like they can say whatever they want. Like they can say whatever they want. Like people that go to professional sporting events and sit courtside and say things like call Kevin Durant a bitch. You can't do that, man. So I don't know what happened, but I can tell you I've seen footage of a 15, 16-year-old kid at a football camp talk to Cam Newton like he sucks. This dude is a Heisman Trophy winner, man. Offensive MVP of the National Football League. He could play. I don't know what's going on with our youth, but let me know what you think, man. Check this out. Watch this thing I'm about to make. Thanks for watching.
What you're about to watch over the next 2.5 minutes is me making beef Wellington. For those of you that don't know what that is filet mignon that's wrapped in puff pastry. So this is the beginning stage. It's taken prosciutto and fresh herbs and butter and mushrooms and Dijon mustard. And the key ingredient to me is duck liver. And you mix all that together, create like a paste that's almost thick like peanut butter. So this is the duck liver right here. It's when you cut it out of the package, it's really smooth and rich. And you mix that with the Dijon mustard and the mushrooms and the onion and the garlic and the herbs. And it becomes this thick paste. Now, to contrast that, I'm going to make a port wine reduction, which is basically port wine, cherry, sugar. I put some balsamic vinegar in there. And you're going to boil that until it reduces. That's why they call it reduction. If you have a cup and you boil it long enough, that cup becomes a half a cup. And as a result, it gets thick. And that's going to be sweet to contrast the salty. This is a nice piece of filet mignon. And these are the puff pastry sheets. If you ever work with puff pastry, oh, the shit is good, man. So I'm using water around the edge. Whether you know this or not, water helps puff pastry stick together. And I want the edges to stick together so that when I cook this, that paste, which is it's gonna leak. I don't want it leaking outside of the puff pastry. And if you do it right, all that moisture stays inside the puff pastry. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sealing this up, and I use the water to seal the edges up so that this pocket stays sealed. So that is a sealed pocket that has filet mignon in it and that mushroom duxelle. That's my cast iron. It's usually I use for muffins and biscuits and such. And that's what it looks like when it's done. So I take it out. I'm going to ladle some of my port wine reduction underneath the bottom, which has got a little bit of sweetness to it because I put sugar in it. And then I'm going to cut these. If I did it right, it's medium rare. See that? And it's got the melted duck fat. It's phenomenal, man. It's just really, really good. If you've ever watched any episode of MasterChef or anything Gordon Elliott does, I guarantee you he makes them do this because it's not easy to execute. But you just saw me do it in 2.5 minutes.